Hey, what's up YouTube? Got to take a minute and give a little update on the made for this bars, the Cerakote. It's a ceramic paint. It's better than paint. It bonds real good to the bar. Ends up being stronger, tougher, slicker, better lasting than the original enamel or whatever it is they use. This stuff is good. It's the stuff they use like on the if you want to custom paint your weapons, like let's say you got a 44 Magnum automatic Desert Eagle or something like that, you can use Cerakote on the inside parts, the moving parts, the slide and stuff, and it's such a thin, strong layer that it can deal with the tight tolerances, and allows you to really put the swag on stuff that stuff that you don't have to, like this. You don't have to, but it's a nice finish. It's a cool project, and I had a friend that was doing it for me, and he got really busy. He's really good at it, and he got super busy, and it took me a while to realize that all these 20 people on my back order list might wait forever if I didn't take over learning how to Cerakote myself. And by myself, I mean me and Joe, because Joe is, boy, yeah, I couldn't do none of this without Joe. So, we have the bars. We're starting to ship this week. We already shipped on Friday like 10 of them. So, it's really great to have this thing finally in my hand. The journey that has brought this to my hand right here. The journey of finding out that this isn't just something you go do. You have to learn how to do it like it's a new skill. Like this could be a college degree. By the time you figure out all the things you got to figure out, you need a giant air compressor. You need a sandblaster. You need something to make the air better from your air compressor to your sandblaster. You need to figure out how to mix Cerakote, because it has a hardener, and if you don't mix it right, and if you get it screwed up, then it doesn't work right, and then you have to cook it for just the right amount of time. And you find out the sandblaster that they sold you at Harbor Freight, the light doesn't really do enough to help you see what's going on, so you can't see, so you got to get a better light. And then when you get a better light, you still can't see because there's so much dust, so you have to get this vacuum pump thing that pulls the dust out of the cabinet while you're working. All these things you find out as you go, and that and many more while you're trying to watch out for your 6 kids and do all the honeydews that your wife has to do, and doing your daily tree work, and running monkeybeaver.com and answering the emails at night with all the belt sizing questions and the speedline kit and all of that stuff. So we have had so this is a big deal. Having this in my hand and saying we shipped 10 of these puppies is a big deal. I took them off the website because it's just been a long time. We basically had to learn a trade. And it took me a while to realize, okay, I got to figure this out on my own and not rely on other people. So me and Joe, we figured it out. Now we know how to do Cerakote. And I'm doing Cerakote on other things, like the hubcaps on my van. It's really been a process. It's fun. And, you got something like this, you sandblast this thing, right? And then once you get it sandblasted, then you put it in acetone for like 20 minutes. And once you get the acetone soaked over with, then you cook it. You cook it for a while to make sure every little residue or whatever is burnt off. Then you Cerakote the whole thing black, or whatever the base color is, and you make sure to do that right. And that takes several failures. And once you get that right, then you have to cook it for a little while, and then you take it out and you put this vinyl sticker over it, and the vinyl sticker has its own challenges. The inside of the O always wants to stick, and the inside of the R, see it? Can't have that. These are things you find out the hard way. Come on. That's okay. I lost a little bit of the S right there in the hole, but it looks cooler like that. It's like a bullet hole. Then you have to lightly sandblast inside the areas that need the other color. And how do you lightly sandblast? You don't. It's impossible, but you have to figure it out, and so you do. And once you get that done, then you have to somehow wash that thing with alcohol without screwing up the vinyl so that the paint doesn't go under the vinyl when you paint it the other color. Anyway, boy, this is a lot of talking. We have figured out a new trade, and we are shipping these bars finally. And when we get caught up with the back orders, we'll ship the others next week, this week. Then we'll open it up back on the website, and we'll see where it leads, because it'll lead to other kinds of art and other, customs. So thanks to everybody who's waited and waited and waited for us to figure this out. Yeah. Once, on a sad note, my green Ford, the Ford that for years, even before it had a good paint job, I parked it inside. I kept it inside. I got new vehicles. This van, it's parked in the front, out in the sun and the rain and the wind, right? Not the old green 77 truck. It's been in the garage forever. And now learning how to cerakote, learning how to do these bars required all of this other apparatus, all this other stuff that's taken up the garage. And my truck is... Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Yeah, my truck is parked in the elements. Yeah, so anyway, it's worth it though. It's so nice to have this. I'd like to say who got okay, so last week Daniel Burkholz got shipped a bar, Matthew Leach, Jordan Moore, Sean Chappell, Chad Mako, Brendan Worrell in New South Wales, Iseli Andrews, Riley Berg, Jim 100 Grand, Brian Bear, Anthony Bonnet. Okay, wow, we actually did that. We figured it out and shipped those. And coming up next, and we're working on it right now, Paul Schuker. You're way back on the list. You're one of the first. But because you got the 14-inch bar, which we have, we're working on it. We're doing it a little bit different. It's not a 16-inch bar, but you'll be in the next batch that we mail out. And Noah Kelly, Stuart Levine, Nicole Iwaski, Dan McGovern, Joseph Johnson, Mark Mombauer, he's in Germany. That's a Husky bar. Joseph Johnson was a Husky bar. Bruce Esbell, all you guys, we plan on shipping bars to this week. And then we're going to make some. We're not going to do it as a pre-order thing. We're only going to sell them if we got them. That way we take this pressure off of us that we put on ourselves. Because you all have been awesome. Very patient. Yeah, the best customers, well actually the only customers that we have, the only kind we're allowed to have, it seems like, are the patient kind. Because they're the only ones that'll put up with us. So thanks. Yeah, it's just a little thing on the lock screen. Yeah, when you up swipe and then you can lock the screen vertical or horizontal. Okay. Yeah, bye. My wife called because she couldn't get the Paw Patrol movie for Joey to play like this. It's pretty important stuff, you know.